Hi, I'm Jake Hall. I had some pasta the other night at this restaurant called Belnote, and I got some leftovers here in the fridge. I'm gonna heat it up. Come with me. Now, step one in making leftovers is getting the leftovers out. Now, I do have some leftover bread here that, as you can see, is pretty well eaten. And I'm just gonna go ahead and get out the pasta here, which is a mix of some lasagna and some fettuccine alfredo. All right, let's go ahead and move on to step two, which is heating up the food. First, before we heat up the food, let me just grab a fork here out of my utensils, and let me wash this really quick. Spick and span, clean as a whistle. Now, as you can see here, we're walking through my dorm hallway, and the microwave is right downstairs. So let's go. As you can see, we are now in the kitchen, and we're going to do step two, which is heating up the food. So let me just go ahead and open up the microwave here. And we will place... Make sure this is microwave friendly here, and it is microwave safe. So right there. So what you're gonna want to do when you heat up food in the microwave, pop the lid open. Very important, because the heat can get built up in there. It can explode. It can make a mess. But you still want to keep it on so it doesn't bubble over and make a mess in the microwave. We're gonna go ahead and set this for 45 seconds at first. See what happens. Now, one very important step about heating up something in the microwave is that you never want to overheat it. You can always heat it up a little more each time, but I'm going for 45 seconds. It's probably going to be a little under, but that's because we need to heat it up. We don't want to overcook it. That'd be gross. No one likes hard noodles. Food's done. So after heating it up for the underrated time here, we're going to look at it. Yep, it is still, you can tell it's a little cold. If you can see here, the noodles, they're sticking together. You don't want that. And there's not a whole lot of steam. Yeah, the lasagna is still pretty hard, but we're going to mix it up and get the heat spread around there. Yeah, it's pretty cold still. Alright. Put the lid back on so you don't make a mess. It's very important. Alright, close that. We're going to have to go and do it for another 45 seconds. I'm very excited about this pasta. Now, as you can see here, this is the clock to show you how much time you have left in the heating of the food. Very important ritual. Watch the time as it clicks down, because sometimes you just gotta click it 1 second before it goes just to feel like an expert. If you can hear that, you can hear some popping going on there. That's good. You're gonna want that. Now watch pro tip number one. Expert. All right. Now you can really hear that sizzling. It's going to be a good meal. You can see the steam coming off there. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. But you can see now that the noodles are a lot more noodly. Everything feels a lot warmer. Lasagna is easier to cut into. This is great. This is really good. This is exactly what you want. Let's give it the taste test here. That's perfect. That is the perfect amount of heat. Alright, step two. I'm going to heat some bread up in the microwave because no one likes cold bread. It's a little hard. Yeah, a little dry, a little hard. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to put it in for about 15 seconds. It's always alright to sneak a few bites while the rest of your food's heating up. That's some good stuff. Food's done! Oh yeah, this bread's a little warmer now, a little more soft. Oh, this is great. Oh, great meal. Alright, so we're just going to take the bread, throw it in there, soaks up the juices. Throw away your trash. Throw away trash number 2. Let's go dine. Now comes step 3, which is eating the food. Gonna come over here to my eating station. I cannot tell you how excited I am about this pasta. And some good stuff. Now, I mentioned earlier, the bread, you want to soak up the juices. Soaks up the juices. You want to soak up the juices. There's some liquid down there. You want to get it. Soak it up, get the bread nice and soggy. Just tear it apart. That was great. I feel like I'm in Italy. That's the best thing about eating pasta. Food, when you eat it, tends to take you somewhere else. It takes you to a place that isn't here. It's in a completely new place. I'm eating pasta, I feel like I'm in Italy. I feel like Venice is right outside my window and I can go tackle Vesuvius. One of the best things about reheating food is that it's like reliving a really good dream twice. Because you eat food one night, you're like, that's pretty good. You reheat it, you're like, that's pretty good. I mean, it's just like having a great dream 2 times in a row. Put some pasta on the bread here. That's a great idea. It's like having a pasta sandwich, only it's open faced. Makes it a little more exotic and a little more Italian. And good stuff. As you finish the end of your leftover meal, just go ahead, eat the last bits of your dream. This is like the part right before you wake up here. Alright. Enjoy it. Savor it. Oh, this noodle doesn't want to come. There we go. That's the last noodle. That's when you realize the dream's over. And now on to the next step. Make sure you wash your dishes. Now this is plastic, so we can throw this away. Come to the trash can. And just stick that right in there. Now we gotta wash the fork. Important tip to remember when you're washing dishes is to use the hot water. This really helps get rid of the germs. Wash it nice and good. Forks you want to get in between the cracks here. So you can see I take my rag and get in there and just clean all that out. Just clear all that out. Rinse it. Rinsing's important. You don't want any soapy tasting noodles. No one likes that. No one likes that. Okay. I'm going to shake it off. Now I'm going to leave it over here to air dry. Squeeze out the rag. Go ahead and rinse all the soap out of there so it doesn't get crusty. Squeeze it out. And I'll hang this over here to air dry with the rest of the dishes. Well, thanks for watching How to Reheat Leftovers, Pasta Edition. I'm your host, Jake Holm again. Tune in next week and we will learn how to reheat steak. Thank you very much. Have a great night. And hey, keep on eating.